are going to do our gathering song as a round. You will know it. It's something everybody knows. I'm not on. You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? I'll talk louder. We're going to do our gathering song as a round. We're going to go through just in unison first time, and then the second time we'll do it as a round. Just a little twist here. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the power, Spirit, draw near.
As we prepare to begin our time together this morning, we pause to honor the land on which we gather. For countless generations, this place has been home to the Western Abenaki people. We recognize their enduring relationship with this land, past, present, and future, and we acknowledge the legacy of displacement and resilience that continue today. We understand that gathering here comes with both privilege and responsibility. May we honor the Abenaki people by committing ourselves to justice, stewardship, and care for the earth and for one another. Good morning. I'm Dell Waterhouse. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm your worship associate this morning. On behalf of the entire worship team, I'm delighted to welcome all of you, those of you in the sanctuary and those watching the live stream. We deeply appreciate your presence and fellowship as part of our beloved Unitarian Church of Montpelier. For more than 160 years, this church has been a sanctuary for those seeking spiritual sustenance, as well as peace and justice in the world. With you, we continue today on that path. It's always a pleasure to welcome newcomers and guests for our worship. If this is your first or second time visiting, and you wish to do so, we invite you to stand or wave your hand so we can offer you a special welcome. Thank you and welcome. We're glad you're here. Any of you who are newcomers to our congregation are invited to fill out our welcome form, which is available at the hospitality table downstairs in the vestry during the coffee hour, so that we can connect with you and welcome you more fully. Now, we can all join in welcoming by taking a few minutes to turn to our neighbors in the pews, share a few words of greeting. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your greetings. We're all invited to continue our conversations after the service during coffee hour. Also, please know that we have hearing assist devices available on the table at the rear of the sanctuary. And you can also listen to and watch the service in the fireplace room downstairs if you should need to leave the sanctuary for any reason. If you have a personal concern and would like to share more deeply, a member of our lay pastoral care ministry team will be available in the sanctuary after the service. This morning, our lay pastoral caregiver is Dawn Evans, who's actually up here with today's worship team. Thanks, Dawn. Can you speak up, please? Okay, let's see. Is that any better? Okay, good. I'm not supposed to get too close to, whoop, do you hear that popping? That's why I'm not supposed to get too close to this. Okay, try to find the right balance. Let's see. Now let's all take a deep breath. Make sure our cell phones are silenced and enter more deeply into our time of worship with the prelude. And for today's prelude, as well as other wonderful music today, we welcome the hospice choir, Carolyn's Angel Band.
For our opening words, I share some lovely words written by Reverend Joan. We gather again in this time and space where all are welcome, with your weariness, with your readiness, with your heartache, and your gratitude. We gather during this season of honoring the cycles of life and death, the season of the thinning veil, a time of remembering the continual presence in spirit and in memory of those who have gone before us. We gather here where joy meets sorrow, where we let our grief be known out in the light of day, and where we hold our tender hearts close. We gather today with memories of loved ones whose mark upon our lives cannot be erased, their physical presence now gone, yet their spirits and memories leave legacies to carry forward. We gather honoring those whose lives have ended in peaceful passing and those whose lives have been tragically cut short. We hold for one another this space of compassion and of acceptance for the complexities that come with the bonds of love, for the stories that form us, for all who we are. Come, let us worship together. Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing our opening hymn, number 1002 in the Teal hymnal. Comfort Me. We'll be singing three verses, Comfort Me, Sing With Me, and Comfort Me.
See if, okay, there I am. Let us now light the chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. This morning, we welcome Pat Karstensen to light the chalice for us. Thank you. We light this flame, an enduring symbol of our collective commitment to lead with truth and compassion. Now let us join our voices in saying these words of affirmation, adapted from L. Griswold Williams. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall grow in harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant. For today's Time for All Ages, Caitlin has sent this message. Today, our children and youth will be participating in our second Love in Action Sunday. This is a day where children from across our spiritual exploration program come together to participate in a hands-on service project, putting our UU values into practice. Everyone's help from pre-K through high school is welcomed and needed. This week, they'll all be making bags of toiletries and essential household items that will be delivered to Just Basics for our neighbors who are in need of support. These efforts will make a real difference, helping to make sure everyone's basic needs in our community are met. Tim, Marge, and Elsie are our amazing volunteers today. Parents and caregivers, you're welcome to participate in today's service project if you'd like. If your child is not registered for spiritual exploration, please come with them to fill out the registration form. Then you're welcome to stay with them or return to the service. Pickup today will be in the room between the vestibule and vestry downstairs. Please make sure to sign your pre-K through grade 4 children out, and youth will meet their adults in coffee hour. Now, let's all sing the children and youth out as they go. We hold you in our love as you go, as you go. May your heart be at peace as you go. To nurture the spark of your precious life. We hold you in our love as you go. As you go. It is a privilege and joy to be part of such an engaged community. Here are a couple of things I noticed as I perused this week's e-news. If you're curious about joining a seasoned souls group, there's an information meeting happening in the fireplace room right after today's service. And it also looks like we need some new volunteers to set up for coffee hour in the vestry after Sunday services. I think you can check in with Jen if you'd like to help. Is that true? Yeah. Okay. There are lots of other ways to become more involved in our UCM community, as well as events coming up over the next week. So be sure to check the e-news, which is updated each week for its Friday publication. The act of giving is a spiritual practice as important as any other part of our shared time of worship. Our generosity is a form of love, and our gifts freely given help us to practice Unitarian Universalism within and beyond our congregation. Each month, through the UCM Community Pouch Program, we share part of our collection with an important church fund or a community organization aligned with our values. This month's Community Pouch recipient is Central Vermont Habitat for Humanity. They're an affordable housing nonprofit. They build and rehabilitate housing and offer affordable, zero or low-interest mortgages for income-sensitive Vermonters. They've just completed their first duplex in Randolph, are nearing completion of a home in Barrie, and are close to breaking ground for a duplex in Northfield. Powered by local volunteers, they bring people together to build homes, stability, and self-reliance through shelter. Half of our cash offerings will go to our pouch recipient. The other half will directly support the mission and ministry of our congregation. If you wish to designate your entire offering to the community pouch, please indicate that with a note attached to your cash or in the memo line of your check. Checks will go to the church unless designated otherwise, and you will find the offering pouches at the end of each pew on the side aisles. Please pass them toward the center aisle. We are deeply grateful to everyone for your generosity in its many forms. And now, let's all enjoy another musical offering by Carolyn's Angel Choir.
In our annual service of remembrance, we dedicate our shared time of worship to remembering those family, friends, and loved ones who have gone before us. We light candles and we say aloud their names. And in this simple way, we bring them and the memories we carry into the present and into the loving space of this community. There will be 3 times during the service that we engage in a ritual of saying names and lighting candles. These times of candle lighting will be interspersed with music from the hospice choir and a few moments of silence. You may wish to say a name and light a candle early in the service, or you may feel called later to share in the service. You're invited to listen to your own inner voice to know if and when it feels right for you to share in our ritual. If you are joining the service by live stream, you are welcome to share names in the chat at any time. The offerings of the choir this morning include some of the songs they sing to those under hospice care. If you know of someone who might benefit from having choir members sing for them, you can contact Catherine Donis or Bob Riggin, or schedule the choir through Central Vermont Home Health and Hospice. We're very grateful to have Dawn Evans from the Lay Pastoral Care Team with us today to help lead the candle lighting and naming ritual. Dawn will hold the microphone for each of you to make things easier. Before we begin the first round, Dawn will demonstrate the flow of our ritual by sharing the name of someone she is remembering today and lighting a candle.
John Reynolds.
You were invited to come forward using the aisle on the left side of the sanctuary.
Ray Cushman.
Parents Angela Romano and Rocco Romano, and grandparents John and Josephine Romano, and Sam and Antoinette Spada, and the Spadas, the Tazis, and the Romanos.
My brother Andrew Watt, who died last year.
Les Humphreys, my husband, and Dorothy Arter, my mother.
I light this candle for my mother, Jane O'Hara, and her brother, Tom.
I light this candle for my brother, Brian Wills.
Donna Rancourt, my stepmother, and Catherine Rancourt, my aunt.
For Dan Crawford, with love from Patty Crawford.
For my father, Tom Condis, and my youngest brother, Dimitri, who lived an exemplary life.
For my parents, Madeline and Harold Robinson, for the love they gave us as we grew up and the sense of justice that was a part of our home as I grew.
For my brother, Peter Franklin, who was a year and a half older than I remember when he taught me the word infinity. I remember when he taught me the expression, ontogeny recapitulates phylogeny.
I want somebody else to say Heather Moz. But I'm going to actually also say the names of some classmates. Damian Lucenti, J.D., whose last name I'm not really good at right now, but Travis McGurran, and Noah Dale. Sorry if I'm breaking bad news to anybody. And they're, whatever, I'm hopefully, it's a fine line. That's all I know about right now anyway. Should I say like more later or just? More later. Oh.
You can come back.
Okay.
Hi. We are lighting candles for our mother, Caroline Allen, and my late wife, Cosette Allen.
For my late husband, Art Stuckey, and for my sister, Dorothy Mizzo, our sister.
Lighting a candle for our daughter, Christina Lynn Peters, who died far too young.
From my own heart, I light a candle for Vincent, Joan, Katie, and Alexa, and Matthew. And I light a candle for ancestors from our communities who died childless and wondered if they would be remembered.
for Felix and Mary Chisak, Joseph Heil, Keiko Nagahara, my friend Joan, and for two of our friends who still move me every time I think of this place, Maggie Redman and Catherine Orr.
I light this candle for my mom and first teacher, Hope Temple Severance.
We hold all of our beloveds in our hearts, now and always.
They Are With Us Still by Kathleen McTeague. In the struggles we choose for ourselves, in the ways we move forward in our lives and bring the world forward with us, it is right to remember the names of those who gave us strength in this choice of living. It is right to name the power of lives, hard lives, well lived. We share a history with those lives. We belong to the same motion. They too were strengthened by what had gone before. They too were drawn on by the vision of what might come to be. Those who lived before us, who struggled for justice and suffered for injustice before us, have not melted into the dust and have not disappeared. They are with us still. The lives they lived hold us steady. Their words remind us and call us back to ourselves. Their courage and love evoke our own. We, the living, carry them with us. We are their voices, their hands, and their hearts. We take them with us, and with them choose the deeper path of living. We join our hearts and minds now in a time of quiet meditation. I invite us all to close our eyes if it's comfortable and take a nice deep breath together. Notice what and whom you are holding on your heart this morning, and be present in this special time together. May this peace continue with us now. You are invited to come forward again to share names and light candles.
My grandmother and grandfather, Mabel and Tom Honan, my grandmother and grandfather, Ella and Ryan Cushman, and my aunt Roberta. And I also want to remember all the glorious pets that have been part of my family over the years. Horses, dogs, cats, and a mynah bird named Flapjack, who could imitate my mother calling me so well that I often ran out to the kitchen for no reason at all.
For my parents, Ida Abramowitz and Max Abramowitz, who've been gone a while, but recently I've been thinking about them a lot and missing them a lot.
For Michael and Nancy Sherman, and speaking for Susan Weber, her husband, Seward Weber.
For Peter Amadon.
At Another Way, our unhoused community members have a wall, and they frequently add names to the wall. Today I'm thinking about Troll and Tammy. I'm thinking about Liz and Mikey.
For my sister, Shelley Conry, and dear friend, Jean Olson.
To two dear friends of another generation who meant a lot to me, Rob Chickering and Alan Dyson, and also my father, Paul Hartman.
For some relatively recent losses on my mind, a friend, Kate Jenkins, another friend's young son, Chase Reel, and college mentors, Roy and Linda Houston.
I'm lighting this for people who died young. My grandmother's parents and 6 siblings were all killed by a bomb dropped on their city in Russia during World War II. And also 2 dear friends, Larry Killian and Gina Brandt.
I light this candle for my dear friend, John Sagan.
I light this candle for my son, Luke Hammer, and my uncle, Rob Chickering.
We light this candle for my father, Stephen J. Schultz, for his parents, Steve and Dorothy, and for my mother's parents, Roger and Myrtle Nelson.
Jan Childs, my mom, Morris Childs, my father, and Alana Angel, my daughter-in-law's sister. We light this candle for Geraldine Jordan. She moved to Montpelier because our family moved to Montpelier in 1985. She came up here from Florida to live in Montpelier. She never lived that far north before. 1985, and she lived around here. She died in 2005, and she went to the library and the hairdressers. Like, she had one hairdresser by the old train depot, and she also went to Shaw's supermarket. So some of you might remember Jerry Jordan. She looked kind of like me in some ways.
I light this candle for Liz Chase.
I light this candle for my son, Dylan Thomas Worth, who died 4 years ago this week, and who, when he was a little boy sitting on my lap in church, wrote Mom and drew some hearts on my name tag. And also for a friend of all of ours, Harris Webster.
Hi, I'm Mary Alice. I would like to light a candle for my two stepsisters, Ellen and Wendy, and for my father, who died at 54, and for my ex-husband, Larry Ogden, and the father of my children, and most of all for my mother, who died in 1946 when I was 9.5 years old. And she used to say to me, there was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. And when she was good, she was very, very good. And when she was bad, she was horrid.
I lit this candle for Tina Ruth and for my late husband Robert Brower and his sister Bonnie Brower, who are probably still arguing in heaven.
I light a candle for the extended family of the Cates, into which family I'm married, And for my own family, the Root family, particularly for my dad, Samuel Root, and for one of his cousins, Dr. John Root of Rockland, Maine, who just passed away this week at 99.
I light this for my father, Henry Kite, my stepmother, Christine Barnes, and my stepfather, C.J. Park, who were all parents.
I light a candle for Amy Wales, beloved member of this community and with whom I was in small group ministry for a bunch of years, and she died far too young, but she fought the really good fight. Thanks.
This candle is from my mother, Dorothy Waterfall, and my father, Alex Parr, and for our beloved minister, Maggie Redman.
My brother-in-law, Gregory Perrin True, my good friends, Sister Sankofa, Nathan Suter, and community members Gail Lawrence, Lynn Clark, and Priscilla Page.
I'm lighting a candle for my brother, Alston Callahan, who died in his home in Washington, D.C., August of this year.
Hi, I light this candle for my fur baby, my companion of 13 years, my love, Lily Viance, who died this morning at 2 o'clock. May she be romping with my previous pets over the Rainbow Bridge, Angel and Whisper, and Petey, Pippi, too, and Pippi.
We hold all of these beloveds in our hearts now and always.
One last time.
And I'll just share that if you feel a little uncomfortable by how crowded these candles are getting right here, there are tea lights in the middle, and you can take a candle from here and go down there. I've been nervously watching people's sleeves a little bit.
For my parents, Gay and Artie Ludlow, they like to party. They lived long lives despite that. I'm sure they're partying in heaven.
I light this candle for my son Wade, who died 2 years ago, for my partner Barbara Skiri, who died 9 years ago, and in memory of Catherine Orr, who brought the gift of music to this sanctuary for a quarter century.
Hi, So I'd like to light a candle for my childhood best friend from when I was a very little girl to when I was a teenager. My friend Jamie, she is my most recent loss. She passed away at the end of 2022, actually. But it's been very hard for me to really come to terms with that particular loss. She died of cancer. She had moved away to Florida, but I want to say that that she was really into the space program, and she really loved, rockets. And she met an astronaut before she died, so she kind of got her wish that way. Yeah.
For musicians, Mark LeGrand, Charlie McMeekin, and Dickie Drysdale.
I light this candle for my father-in-law, Martin Urquiza, and his mother, our nuestra abuelita, Rosita, and our beloved pets, our dog, Kato, and our cat, Taffy.
For my grandparents, Helen and Case Finney.
For beloved family cat Buddy, who died this summer. For activist and trans elder Miss Major Griffin Gracie, who was one of the one of the main people involved in the Stonewall Rebellion, and for environmental activist Joanna Macy.
Sorry. John Loelatz, Michael B., Tina Ruth, Douglas Boardman, John Valentin, Felix Forrester,
for the famous singer Heather Moss, and also for Nina Teschmacher, who's from Montpelier and East Montpelier and New York City, and also for my brother and friend K9 Herbie Jordan, who lived part of his life on Sabin Street in Montpelier.
light this candle for Heather Moss, Marcia Bancroft, and Art Stuckey, who shared their lives with a group of us, a seasoned soul group.
I say your names and remember you always. These are people and dear friends who passed too early. William Fink, Billy Fink, Samir's dad. Joan Bauer, Betsy Normand Fitzpatrick. Taylor Stevens McLaughlin. Deborah Cerwillo. Carney Bagnell. Alan Mackey and Helen Mackey. And Otto and Marge Trouts.
I light a candle remembering John Wires.
I light a candle for Leah Wood.
I light a candle for my mother, Jane Handy, who always was the best support and the most loving mother to me, and who urged me constantly to continue my artwork. And also she started a lot of children's theaters in Vermont. She loved the theater, so she was a wonderful person to grow up with.
I light a candle for Paige Bailey and Eleanor Ott.
And I light one final candle for all of our beloveds, for those whose names have been shared in the live stream chat, and for those who are held in our hearts in silence.
The following members and friends of the Unitarian Church of Montpelier have not been mentioned, but are remembered respectfully and with love today. If you know of someone whose name should be added to this list for future years, please let Reverend Joan know. Linda Abbott, Dorothy Ahern, Carol Allen, Dave Armstrong, Jim Ashley, Carleen Bagnall, Charlie Ballantyne, Haiti Ballantyne, Greg Belcher, Muriel Bianchi, Henry Bissix, Judson Blakely, Eleanor Booth, Nancy Bradford Papathan, Barbara Bull, Nellie Burkhart, Ludo Barrett, Deborah Charrington, Lou Cherry, Grace Clark, Betty Cleveland, Laura Cooley.
Sandy Cooper, Alan Crew, Rose Crowley, Jane Sakovitz Dale, Betty Davis, Forrest Davis, Lucy Duke, Doris Edson, David Ellerson, Roy Stephen Emmerich, Les Falk, Tom Fennell, Marguerite Petey Ferris, Ron Ferry, Sylvia Ferry, Elaine Fitch, Stanley Fitch, Douglas Fitzpatrick, Samuel Fitzpatrick, Reverend Gerald Fitzpatrick, Jivka Fitzpatrick, Elizabeth Fox, Dorothy Gayer, Ken Gayer, Darlene Grundy, Dave Grundy.
Jim Grundy, Bob Hamilton, Luke Hammer, Hope Harkness, Paul Hartman, Josephine Hill, Georgina Hurd, John Hurd, Bob Jackman, Christina Jackman, Richard, Dick, Jenny, Charlotte Carr, Jerusha Keene, Dorman Kent, Kurt Keevy, Lily Keevy, Michael John Knight, Ruth Lovold, Ruth Marcutt, John McGinnis, Tim Menk, Peter Meyer, Paul Montour, Reverend Joseph Nerad, Irene Nightingale Nettler, Karen Olschlager, Genevieve Olson, Bill Orr.
Sarah Payne, Irene Peterson, Viola Peterson, Gloria Rathbone, Lori Raymond, Norma Raymond, Mark Richards, Ted Richards, Lois Richardson, Nina Rocklin, Mary Jane Sexton, Bob Schaffer, Carolyn Silsby, Peter Slayton, Ron Slayton, Nathaniel Than Stahl, Sandra Stone, Colin Tate, Debbie Tate, Liston Tatum, Sally Holden Thompson, Meredith Trudeau, John Unger, Eleanor Warren, Elmer Warren, Dick Watt, Ray Watt, Ellie Webster, Lorna Williams, Thelma Yeaton, and last but not least, Josh Douglas, Harriet Durrett, Lauren Durrett, Steve Lospeach, Christina Greamy, Tina Greamy, Brad Heiberger, Jack Carter, Natalie McEwen, Hunter Wright. We bring our ritual of naming and candle lighting to a close, holding close the love and memories that have been brought forth by naming these dearly departed. May we honor their place as ancestors and guides for the journey ahead. Please join now in singing our closing hymn, number 1053 in the Teal Hymnal, How Could Anyone? Please rise in body or spirit.
As we draw our service to a close, we extinguish the chalice and carry within each of us its healing flame, the warmth of community, and the spark of hope into the days and the week ahead. Let's draw, Please join me now in our unison mission statement. We welcome all as we build a loving community to nurture each person's spiritual journey, serve human need, and protect the earth, our home.
And we conclude our service with the postlude, accompanied by some photos of some of those beloveds we are remembering today.